The class, we are going to start seated, as you can see. This class will be about an hour-long class dedicated to just grounding you and anchoring you and helping you to rest in the present moment. So as you take a comfortable seat, spine straight, shoulders relaxed, and hands in a comfortable position on your lap or on your knees. Let your eyes close down and allow your body to rest here. Just give yourself a moment. Set aside any expectations and shelve any distractions. And just breathe in, welcoming yourself just as you are. In a world of constant change and movement, we sometimes find ourselves in moments of chaos and overwhelm and fear. We can find ourselves feeling as if we are in a storm out at sea with raging waves and winds blowing, scattered or small, spread thin, lost in our doing, lost in our thoughts, lost in what's happening around us. So it's natural to sometimes feel as if we're being blown with the wind, not at home. But this is a practice for helping you to come home. We find often we are living so intensely in our minds that we can't connect with the body or the breath. Yet, here we are in this moment, dedicating this time to being in our bodies, to the breath we feel in our lungs, and to just being curious about what it would be like to just live intimately in touch with the moment to moment, every day, to be present, to be grounded in our bodies, grounded with this earth, rooted so deeply that we feel supported, connected to stability and to strength within. And so in this moment, just connect. Ground in your ability to generate all that you need to support you. Allow yourself to notice thoughts as they arrive, but to lovingly come back to your breath. Begin to notice the direct connection between your seat and the earth, your legs. Notice gravity. Feel weighted into the earth, and feel the earth like a sponge, soaking up your anxieties, your fears, and all of your tensions. Allow that to happen. Breathe in and surrender any worry, any stress. Take another breath just like that. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. And from here, we'll start with a little hand exercise. This is a nice way to just give some attention to the fingers and the wrists and give them a little love. And so go ahead, and when you're ready, begin to shake out the wrists. And so we'll just shake the hands. Let the fingers just fly around. Feel the energy of the hands. And then grab a hold of your left pinky, pull it back. Breathe in, breathe out. Shoulders stay relaxed. Switch fingers, go to the ring finger of your left hand. Do the same, just breathe. And go to the middle finger. Remember, your nerves are connected to the fingertips here, so we're affecting the energy. Switch to the index finger of the left hand. Big, full breaths in and out. And let's go to the thumb. Make sure you're breathing. Enjoy this. And then switch to the pinky finger of the right hand, pull it back, and get totally enchanted with what's happening here. Enchanted with the feelings in your hands. Go to the ring finger. And don't get lost in the same old thoughts and repetitive thinking. Come back to here and now. Middle finger, pull it back. Explore a full breath in. Let it out. Go to the index finger, pull it back. Feel the stretch. This is your hand yoga, finger yoga. Breathe in and out. And then go to your thumb. You'll pull the thumb back. Big breath in. And let it go. And once again, you can shake out your hands. Shake, 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 shake. Come to your knees and place the hands towards you, fingertips towards the knees. Flip the palms down and just press into the palms. And drop your head down, relax your neck, feel the stretch down your forearms, in the skin, in the wrists, in the connective tissues, in the center of the palms. Deep full breaths into the back of the heart. Deepening the breath, letting your energy start to power up, be excited about being here, enthusiastic about your practice, and just moving your whole body. Remember, when your breath dies off, things get a little dull, so bring as much as you can to this practice by keeping your breath nice and full and deep. Maybe the heels of the hands are getting a little closer to the mat. Try to soften a little bit more. And then slowly, slowly begin to lift yourself back up and shift forward to your hands and your knees. Take your time. Spread your fingers nice and wide, knees underneath the hips. Move through some cat-cows. Just a natural flowing in and out. Move the spine around. Feel vertebra by vertebra, the articulation of your spine. Bump up the breath a little bit. Slow it down a little bit. Get really powerful in your breath, feeling even more breath capacity, and bring even more intention to how you're breathing, bringing your attention to everything that you're doing, connecting a mindfulness quality to each breath and to each movement and to each sensation, honing in more on what's happening here and now, and just connecting over and over to this breath, staying out of that inner dialogue, just staying in your body instead. Extended puppy pose. Keep your hips over your knees. Walk your hands as far forward as you can. Arms are straight. Let your chest melt to the floor. Your choice, forehead down or chin to the mat. Imagine a cord, a golden cord, dropping from the center of your chest all the way down into the center of the earth, allowing your heart to melt into the heart. Stay out of the inner dialogue, because then you'll have a feeling about the inner dialogue and then a thought, and that'll lead to a story, and then before you know it, dialogue is happening. Another story is being told in your mind. So try to hardwire yourself back to just breathing, bypassing all the thinking with just breath. Slowly begin to walk your hands in. Find a tabletop pose. Tuck your toes and press back. Downward facing dogs, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hips high, thighs back, heels reaching into the mat. Pulsing your chest a few times towards the toes, gently sending your heart through, opening into the armpits, the lymph nodes there, the chest, the lymph nodes there. Press your palms down as you stretch out. Roll the biceps forward. Broaden your shoulder blades across your back. Stretching down into the heels, relaxing your head, relax your neck. Take a mindful breath in and out. Start to walk your feet towards your hands, coming into a gentle forward bend, allowing the knees to soften, grabbing the elbows, and then adding a little sway side to side as you drop the weight of the head down. Just let your upper body feel really heavy. Relax where you can relax. Get limp and heavy through the upper body. Root down through your feet. Feel strong, grounded. Keep your arms exactly this way as you bend your knees. Start to roll all the way to stand. Keep your knees bent, tailbone towards the heel. Stack the vertebra and arrive standing, holding the elbows, creating a picture frame around your beautiful face. Now lift upwards on your in-breath, and then leaning over to the right as you exhale. Pull with the hands lightly. Draw the right side of the chest open, the left side of the chest open. Feel the side body lengthening. Come back to center and go off to the other side. Keeping your chest squared, your hips squared. Lift those thigh muscles, the kneecaps. Come back to center. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Breathe in and join the hands behind the back. Clasp all 10 fingers, opening up your chest. Imagine there's a juicy lime between your hands. Squeeze that lime, juice it out, and then forward fold. Drop your head down, relax your neck. Pull the knuckles forward. You might look left, then right. You might nod your head yes. Gazing in towards the belly. Release any boulders from your shoulders. Breathe in. Open your mouth and just breath out. Hands down to the floor. Flatten out your back with a breath in, lengthening your spine. And when you exhale, place your hands down and just step into a plank pose. Breathe in here from a high plank. We'll take a few rounds of sun salutations. Lower halfway, chaturanga. And then lift into up dog. If you'd like to be in a cobra, stay closer to the earth and just roll it open. Make a big full breath happen here. And then as you're ready to exhale, just press into the palms and glide back, downward facing dog. And this phase of the practice will be familiar, just sun salutations, but it's a great way to sync up breath and movement. Walk your feet up to your hands. Flatten your back on an inhale. Exhale and fold, gaze in towards the navel, breathing out. Feel that stretch down the hamstrings, backs of the knees and calves. Rise to stand, reach the arms up. Hands to the heart as you exhale. And we go again. Reach the arms back up, breathe in. And exhale, forward fold, come all the way down. Stay present, don't let the outside stuff in. Halfway lift, breathe in. Keep the outside stuff outside the borders of your yoga mat. Step back to plank, lower down, flowing through cobra or up dog, breathing in. And then down dog on your exhale. Pull the belly in, push the floor away. Hips go high, thighs go back. Strong legs, supporting even back bends. Breathe in here. Breathe out through your mouth. Opening up into this body, look forward, bend your knees, and stomp or jump again to the top. Halfway lift, breathing in, and exhale, fold, breathing out. Reach the arms up on an in-breath, and bring your hands to your heart on the exhale. Taking a round of breath here. Arms go back up on an in-breath, one last round. Fold forward into a dive, exhaling down. And then halfway lift, flatten your back out. Stepping into your plank pose, lowering down your style. Remember, you can come to the floor, you can use your knees. Squeeze your strong legs in an up dog, draw the shoulders way back. And then take downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana, hips high, thighs back. Heels reaching into the mat. Look forward again, bend the knees, and jump or step to the top. Pull your chest forward, breathing in, and fold into your legs, exhale. Rise up to stand, breathing in, and bring those hands back down to your heart as you exhale. Good job. Take it to chair pose, step your feet together, sit down low into Utkatasana, stretch the arms high. This may not work for your body, so just modify as needed, but we're going to take it to whatever our ability is. We'll end up sitting from chair, so you're going to start to bend your knees and drop your bottom gently down to the floor, behind your heels, softest landing possible, and then take a half boat if you'd like to. You can take your hands behind your thighs. You can straighten your legs. You can release your arms. You can stay here. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. Find a little more inner heat here. Breathe. You're doing awesome. Come to low boat pose. Bring your lower back to the floor. Point your toes forward. Look forward. Really engage through your core. Draw your navel in. And now lay your hands to the floor and just take your legs up. Look up at your toes. Land on your back. You're pressing your palms into the floor, framing your hips. All we'll do is just lift and lower the hips. So if you can see me in the video, there's no momentum of swinging the legs. It's just elevating the hips up and down. It's very subtle. The feeling won't be so subtle after about 15 of these. Keep pulsing, lift and lower with control. Feeling this heat building in the lowest part of your abdomen, the transverse abdominals, the ones that stabilize. It's not the rectus abdominis, the fancy six-pack, but it's the deeper core muscles that we want to activate here to support our practice, our flow in our everyday life. Keep going, lift and lower, lift and lower. Maybe you can imagine you're holding something delicate on the bottoms of your feet. You don't want to drop it. So keep those feet just nice and balanced and even. Up and down, up and down. I hope you're feeling something at home now. Keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold your legs here. Take your arms up like you're reaching for your toes. Keep your legs really active here. Curl your shoulder blades up off the mat, reach, and then cherry pickers. Start to do one hand over the other as if you're picking cherries that are growing from your toes. Keep going back and forth. Roll to one shoulder blade, then the other. Stay strong here. You've got this. Stay strong. You've got this. Keep going. Shoulder blades lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Legs stay straight and strong. Keep going. Stick with it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Knees to the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Big breath in, sigh it out. And then take your hands behind your legs and rock forward and back about 3 times. Maybe the third rock forward, you can catch boat pose. So third time forward, just stick that boat, pause there in your boat, lift your chest, reach your arms, build that strength, engage your core. You've got this. Breathe in, breathe out, lift your gaze, brighten up the toes, breathe in, breathe out. Then cross your ankles in close to your body and shift forward. Find your way into a high plank pose. Feel all that heat through your center and lower halfway down as we merge into our flow again, finding that up dog or cobra, and then back into your downward facing dog, just connecting to that heat in your belly, breathing evenly. Press your chest through into your down dogs. Relax. Check in, feel what you're feeling into the center, an area energetically called the City of Jewels, the Manipura chakra, and it's all about willpower and strength and self-esteem and confidence. We are brightening it up. Breathe into it, wake it up, and feel all of those feelings associated with a balanced chakra here. Look forward and step your right foot to your right thumb. Spin your back heel down to about a 45 degree. We're coming up into a warrior 1. Hands might touch in on the hips to help square them. Reach the arms to the sky. Lunge forward, right knee over the ankle. Press your left hip forward. Back leg is strong and unbreakable. And then reach to the arms to lift through the side waist. Lunging a little deeper if that feels good. Don't lose the razor edge of your left foot. Pinky toe side of left foot stays nice and rooted. 2 more breaths here. Look up. Breathe in. Relax your shoulders a little bit. Unclench your jaw. Feel strong like a warrior. Breathe in. And lower the hands down to the floor. Vinyasa through at your own pace. If you ever feel like skipping it, you can. Just go down dog. No problem there. And as you get back into your down dog, we'll just take the same flow to the other side. And when you're ready, step your left foot towards your left thumb. When you get there, pivot your back heel down. Come up, square the hips off, reach the arms high. Find the knife edge of your right foot. Lunge, left knee stacking over the ankle. Anchor down through the feet. And then lift up through that anchoring, through your heart, through your torso. Keep pressing right hip forward. Stretch out through each fingertip. 2 more breaths. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out. Relax your shoulders and your jaw. Breathe in, reach up. And breathe out. Exhale. Lower the hands down. Stepping your left foot back to meet the right. And flowing it on through. High to low plank. Cobra up dog. Breathe in. And take it back. Down dog. Breathe out. Inner hands nice and heavy. Return to a steady, even breath. Take about 5 rounds here. 5 rounds of breath. Close the eyes and just get as present as you can into your breath, taking your attention inside your body to where the breath touches you on the inside. This is how we turn it into a moving meditation. We feel, we sense, we follow each and every breath. Feel inwardly. Check in. How are you here and now and today? Be fascinated by your breathing. Be fascinated with the clearing of the mind, using your breath to dissolve any toxic thoughts or spots in the body. Breathe all of your air out. Look forward and bend your knees and step or jump to the top of your mat. Pull your chest forward into a halfway lift on an in-breath and exhale. Just let it all go, breathing out. Let's sit low for chair, Utkatasana. Stretch the arms up. Still feeling a bit of that strengthening at the core from our core work. Use that to pull the ribs in and the belly back and reach the arms higher. And then stand with the hands meeting at the heart center. We'll test our balance a little bit. Coming into tree pose, you can take the traditional variation with the right foot against the inner left thigh. Or, as I'm doing in the video, take your right foot to the left hip crease, kind of like a half lotus position. You can use your left hand on the foot to hold it in place, or you could wrap your right arm around your lower back and hold on to your left forearm or bicep. If you find this grip, you may possibly also be able to hold on to the big toe of the right foot and stretch your left arm back up to the sky. You might fold forward here, coming all the way down. You might stay upright. So I'll give you permission here to just do what feels best in your body, to move however you'd like to move. Dropping the head down, relaxing the neck. Listen to your body. Nothing is forced. Just finding new ways of opening up tight places. Wherever you are is perfect. Turn up the volume of your breath. Steady your gaze. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And wherever you are, we're meeting back up in a standing pose. So come up, rise, bring your right knee towards your chest. You're still balancing here. Take your left hand forward, take your right arm back and see what happens. Taking a twist here. Your right knee is still pulling in towards your chest. Your left leg so strong and rooted. The ankle of the standing leg may be the ankle of the standing leg may be achy and sore. That's okay. If you need to fall out, fall out. Just get back into it. Unclench your jaw. Those are not the right muscles to engage. And look forward and step your left foot back. Land softly and reach the arms wide in a warrior two. You can bend and straighten your left leg a few times. Just feeling it out as the arms go wide. Steady your gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Flip your left palm. Take a reverse warrior with an inhale, reaching up, reaching back. Side angle pose to follow. Bring your left elbow to your left thigh and your right arm reaching forward past your crown. This is extended side angle. Look up and spin your chest up through the anchoring of your feet. Look up, breathe in. Now flip your right hand around your low back, half bind. Maybe your fingers search for that left hip crease. Maybe you take a full bind, wrapping your left arm under your left leg. Maybe you bind here, no pressure though. If you have the bind, the trick is to open up, turn the chest away from the floor, breathe in, breathing out. Look down, and then just release your hands to the inside of the front foot. Spin to the back toes and find your way into a lunge. Let's take a twisting lunge. So take your left arm up to the sky here. Spin your right rib cage towards your inner left thigh. Make your back leg super strong. Reach back through the heel. Gaze up to the thumb. Spread out across your chest. Breathe in here. And breathing out here. Take both hands down and straighten the front leg, a little fold over the front leg, drop the head down, pyramid pose. And then breathe in and breathe out. Soften your left knee and step back into plank pose. Lowering down chaturanga, elbows in, super strong core and belly. Roll over the tops of the feet, cobra up dog. Pull the shoulders way back. Lift your heart high in your chest. And then exhale, downward facing dogs, breathing out. Sway the hips out a little bit, side to side. See if you can find the heels. Get a little bit closer to the mat. Maybe the toes a little lighter. Feel the stretch into the calves and ankles. Feel this breath. Get enchanted with this breath. Bending your knees, gaze forward, and stepping or jumping to the top of your mat. Get there when you get there, feet together, halfway lift, breathe in, and as you exhale, forward fold, let it go. Keep your feet and your knees together. Find your chair pose, Utkatasana. Stretch the arms up, squeeze your knees, reach the arms high. Drop your weight a little heavier into the heels. Soft gaze. And now stand up and bring your hands to your heart. We'll go into tree pose on the other side. Left foot, inner right thigh, or left foot to the hip crease. Choose your journey. Choose what feels best in your body. If you have the half bind, you could reach your left hand around the back. Maybe take the fold. And as you come down into the fold, dropping the head and just listening to your body, one side may feel much, much different than the other side. And so just honoring your body, listening to your body. Try to relax the facial muscles. If you're standing, your gaze is on a steady, unmoving point ahead of you. from here, we'll just very, very slowly begin to rise, especially if you're taking the full bound fold. Try to come up without setting that left foot down and come into a single leg Tadasana, arms up, left knee towards the chest, reaching tall and keeping the hips squaring forward, taking the twist. So you'll bring your right arm forward and your left arm back behind you. Shift your gaze to the side wall, maybe back over the left shoulder, and breathe. And then we'll take that left leg back. So we'll step and take it into a warrior two. So big step back, arms wide, elevate through your heart. Feel like you're trying to pull your feet together on the mat, gazing over the fingertips. Soften where you can. Flip the right palm and take a reverse warrior, reaching that arm up and back, finding a nice deep side body stretch. Looking up and then letting the forearm come down to the thigh and finding your variation of a side angle. You can stay, you can take a half bind, you could take a full bind. Lean back, look up. If you have the full bind, the tendency is to close the chest. So work on leaning back and opening the chest up. Lengthen through the crown and make your back leg strong. Hug that right hip in and under. Breathe in and out. Look down from here and drop the hands to the inside of the right foot. Spin to the back toes. And you'll find your way into a lunging twist. Right arm to the sky. Roll the right shoulder back and down. And then both hands down. Fold into pyramid pose. Breathe here. Allow things to softly start lengthening out. Start to bend into the front knee and find your way into a high plank. Strong arms, strong core, strong legs. Lower exhale and take it through cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale, look up, and then back into your down dog. Exhale. Close your eyes and breathe here. Be right here, nowhere else. Restate your intention to be present, to ground, to release tension. Deeper inhales. Big ol' exhale. Don't lose your breath. You won't have a good way to travel. It's like falling off the horse on the yoga mat in the yoga practice. So keep your breath fluid and even. Reach your right leg to the sky. Big breath in. Bend the knee here, stacking right hip over left hip. Let the right heel come towards the left glutes, engaging the hamstring to bring the heel in a little closer. Re-extend, right leg up and back, stretch out, and then step forward between your thumbs, coming into a warrior one. The back heel pivots down and the arms go up. One breath here, reach up, breathe in. Warrior two on the exhale, adjust the back foot, spread out across your chest. Reverse warrior, reach up, reach back, inhale. And then side angle pose, exhale. You can go deeper right away into your full bind or your half binds if you wish. And we can play around here. If you have the bind, you can try to straighten your right leg, coming into a bound version of triangle. Feel it out. Be gentle. Turn the chest up. Make sure you're breathing. Rebend into the right knee if you took it into the bound triangle. Look down and perhaps let that left foot travel forward and come into your bird of paradise, pressing into your left leg. Can you rise? Lift the right leg up, play around. You can keep the knee bent or straighten it out. And when you're ready to, return the right foot back down to the floor. Hop your left foot back into that side angle. Take your time. Like before, the hands will fall to the inside of the right foot. Come onto the back toes and reach your right arm to the sky into the twist. We'll go into a pose called scissors. So try your best to follow me here. Lower the hands and walk your hands to the right, rolling onto the outer edges of both feet. So you'll see in the video that the inner edges of both feet, my big toe sides, are lifted. You're pressing into the knife edge of both feet. You will feel your thighs pressing towards each other as you drop your head down. It will be a great stretch into the outer hips and IT band. It's fairly intense, and so just listen to your body. Your right thigh is on top of your left thigh. The feet are active. Unclench your jaw. Relax your neck. Take another breath. Unwind, walk your hands forward, and keep going so that you end up in a wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. So drop your head down, maybe walk your hands back, and you're welcome to go into a brief inversion if you'd like to. Take another breath where you are. And from your inversions, if you're upside down, slow, lower, come to a halfway lift and move into a side lunge. Bend your right knee. You're welcome to stay here, to bring your hands to your heart, maybe to take a Skandasana, wide arms, binding around the back. So come back up to your wide-legged fold, pivot towards the top of the mat, and go back into scissor on the same side. Try to be on the outer edge of both feet, flexing the feet. Now from here, we're going to try getting into baby grasshopper. Bend your right knee and walk your hands. Bend right knee, walk your hands left. As you come down this way, take your right hand down to reach for the foot. The right arm will be in front of the shin. Lift your hips up and rest on your left forearm. I'm going to turn towards the video so you have a better view. So right leg in front of left, crossing the thighs. Walk your hands to the left as you bend your right knee. Sweep your arm across, grab the foot. Lower down onto your left forearm, lift the leg, lift the hips. So there's another angle for you. Feel free to play around with it at home in baby grasshopper. Maybe snap a photo and send it to me so that I can see you getting into the pose. Great jobs, everyone. We're going back to a down dog, and then we're going to start that whole flow from the top. And as you get back into your down dogs, just pedal out your legs, shake out your head. Recover from that flow. Maybe open the mouth and let go of any tightness or tension, worries, fears, I cans, I can'ts, judgments and expectations. Take a slow, long, deep breath in and a long breath out. Let's move to the other side. Take your left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, and breathe. Stacking the hips, pulling the heels in. Breathe, press to the hands. Finger pads are pressing like crazy. There's no air pockets under your palms. Extend your left leg nice and high and step forward, taking your warrior one. So back heel down and the arms reach up. Rise up, one breath. And then warrior two, open to the other side. Reverse your warrior with an inhale breath, reaching your left arm up and back. And then bringing your forearm down to the thigh, taking that side angle. You might be playing with binds on this side, full bind or half bind. You may try to straighten your left leg here into your bound triangle pose, or at some point, if you'd like to step your back foot forward and play around with bird of paradise, you're welcome to. So I'll give you some time and some space here to explore what's possible in your bodies today. And when you're ready, you'll return back to your side angle. So letting the left foot come back down to the floor, stepping the right foot back. Releasing both hands to the inside of your left foot, taking the twist. Left arm to the sky. Left hand drops down. And then scissors. So same scissor, but to the other side. Walk your hands to the left. Turn on your feet. You're on the knife edge, the outer edge of both feet. Feel how your left hamstring is pushing into your right quadricep muscle. Breathe. Maybe drop the head, bounce around a little bit, feel it out. This alone is pretty intense. And just take a breath before then spinning to the other side, taking that wide-legged forward fold, dropping the head down, the hands to the floor. Shifting some weight into the ball mounds of the toes, maybe taking the legs all the way up into your Prasarita Padottanasana or headstand. From here, come up halfway. And let's go into that scissor position. Walk to the left. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. You're back in the twist, and then bend your left knee and lower your outer hip down. Reach down for the foot. Lift the leg. Lower the right forearm and lift the foot. Play around with this. Give you a moment. And then lower the hip back down. Turn towards the front of the mat. And step back into down dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Find that connection to your breath once again. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full breath in. Long breath out. Looking forward, bending the knees, jumping or stepping to the top of your yoga mat. And then coming up halfway. And forward fold, exhale. Bring your feet together for chair pose, Utkatasana. Stretch the arms up to the sky. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step back to plank pose, lower down. Upward dog or cobra, pull the shoulders way back. And down dog, breathe out. Right foot to the right thumb. Warrior One stance first. Then bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. If you need to pop the back heel up, you can, but if you can keep the foot planted, do so. As the palms press, twist your chest open, or some of you, fly the arms like I'm showing in the video, or attempt a half or full bind. This is your revolved side angle pose. Do what's available in your body, lean back, and maybe start to look up. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the unwind, on the unravel, bring your right fingertips forward and lift your back leg up into a half moon pose. Fly that top arm up, get expansive, open everything up, spread out your fingers, spread out your toes. Bending into the right knee, step back into reverse warrior, right into reverse. Reach up, reach back, opening it all up. And then cartwheel your hands down, step back, and take a vinyasa. So that's the flow we're going to close with. We just got to get through it on the left side. Finding down dog. Left foot steps forward, back heel down, stay with it, reach the arms up. Warrior One, crossing the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, palms press. Stay here or fly the arms. Here's your revolved side angle. Maybe the arms come apart, maybe you bind. Listen to your body and breathe. Three, two, and one. Left hand down, right leg up, get expansive, get big, open up. Reach the right arm up to the sky, flex the foot, lean back, full breath in, and then bend the knee and land in a reverse warrior. So right into reverse warrior as you step back. Cartwheel your hands down and take a vinyasa. Finding your way back into your down dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Pigeon pose. Right shin forward, left leg back. Walk the hands out. Slide that left leg way back. Drop the head, relax, breathe. Settle. Take little adjustments to deepen the pose, sinking in. Marinate your hips in this shape. Continue to drain your forefront mind of distractions and images. Take a breath and sweep the mind clear. Let your jaw go, relax the corners of the eyes, soften the brow. Now begin to make your way back up, switching sides on your own. So come through a down dog, maybe move around a little bit, and then switching sides. Releasing tension from your hips, dropping down. Feel free to move energy with a sigh, with a deep breath, with noise. Melt that right hip towards the floor a little bit more, softening in. And start to press yourself up and come into your down dog. From down dog, come to your knees. Come to a seat, sweep the legs forward. Soles of your feet will come together for Baddha Konasana here. So as you seal the bottoms of your feet together, take an inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale, start to fold. Begin to feel that slowing down of your yoga practice today. Allow your breath to become slower, fuller, and longer. Continue to soften in with every exhale breath you take. And start to lift yourself up. Take your right foot into your left hip crease, so like a half lotus, kind of like how we did in tree pose. If that's not good on your knee, then you can place the sole of the foot against the inner thigh. From here, you might take that same half bind. So reaching your right arm around your back and reaching down for the foot. You can reach down and grab a hold of your left foot if you'd like to, or just fold, let your hand rest anywhere that feels good. Drop the head down and breathe in a bound version of Janu Shirsasana. Connect to your breath. Find your breath, soften in, and then slowly begin to rise. We'll try out lotus pose, so you can keep your right foot in and bring your left foot underneath your right knee as I'm showing you now, modifying, or grabbing the foot and placing the foot up into the left hip crease as well, or the left foot into the right hip crease as well. And so you're sitting in full lotus. If you would like to fold forward with me, you can start to climb your hands out. Don't force anything. Eventually in this pose, we would hold on to our big toes from around the back, so double bind. I'm going to give it a good shot on my own here in the video. It's a work in progress for me. You could hold onto your elbows behind the back to modify. Just listen to your body. And start to rise. And as you come up, you can gently unravel. Maybe shake out the legs, and we'll switch sides. So now let's bring the left leg to the right hip crease. And then the left arm around the back, and you can support that knee if you need to. Fold forward, down over your right leg. Drop the head down, relax the neck. Start to breathe, find some even, smooth breaths. Let the head drop, let the neck go, and just be here. And going into the same lotus on the other side. So you can either put the foot underneath the knee, or you can bring the foot into the hip crease, listen to your body. You can wrap the arms around the back and take the fold, or you can stay seated for a few rounds of breath. And then slowly rising and coming up, moving the legs back to straight and pedaling out the legs. Pedal, 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 pedal. Move the sitting bone flesh back and reach forward for your feet, coming into a seated forward bend. Drop the head down and pull the toes back. Paschimottanasana. Smooth, long breaths here. Feeling all this length through your spine, the backs of the legs. Let your head really just drop heavy. Breathe into the upper back, between your shoulder blades and the back of the heart. Every inhale, a little awareness into how your spine feels. And lift yourselves up. Slowly make your way onto your back body. And we're going to go into a bridge pose. So as you're ready, you'll plant your feet about hip width distance and start to carry your hips up away from the floor. Feet press actively into the floor. Hands can press into the floor alongside the hips. Roll the chest towards the chin, and if you like to take a 10-finger grip around the lower back, join the hands and work the shoulder blades inward. Countering some of those forward folds, breathe here. And then slowly releasing your hips down to the floor. Take your feet a little wide and let your knees just knock in for a moment. Feeling the effects of bridge pose on your body. Feeling the effects of the whole practice on your body. And then bring the bottoms of your feet to touch and let your knees fall out to the sides. Relax here on your back, legs heavy, leg bones dropping. Feeling how your breath has slowed now and how your mind has become more still, more calm, more centered. totally relaxed and just letting go. Feeling where your back body is connected to the earth. Start to bring your knees in and send your legs out. And as you lie on your back, just immediately drop your arms, your shoulders, your legs. Relax your jaw, root of the tongue, corners of the eyes. Allow yourself this time to rest in stillness, taking a longer or a shorter Savasana if you need. If you'd like to complete this class in the hour 10 that is designated for this class time, then just stay where you are until you hear my voice guiding you out. If you'd like a shorter Savasana, just lie here until it feels right. And if you'd like a longer Savasana, push pause and just let go. And I'll invite you to take as much time as you need coming out of Shavasana. You can start by just wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe taking a full body stretch, rolling to one side, resting there for a few breaths before coming out of your practice, and remembering to just take your time. There is no rush ever. Thank you so much for practicing today. May you feel grounded and centered as you move into the remainder of your day. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and namaste.